The first 6 months, they didn't give me a teacher. So like my time was going. I was under pressure. I asked for some advice. The teacher told me, you have not passed.
The examiner?
The examiner. And I'm failing that first time. Am I so stupid?
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Leila. In case you're new here, I'm a nurse here in Germany and I'm also a part-time English teacher. And in today's video, I have a guest here. We're going to be talking about our experience that has enabled us to pass through difficult times and has helped us to build resilience. So Sharifa, I would like you to share about your story of getting the driver's permit.
Oh,
because it wasn't an easy way.
Not at all.
Yeah. I know even me myself, I had to face difficulty during my period of doing the driver's license in Germany. I paid a lot of money, but my sister paid the double of what I paid. And we're just going to be listening to her story. She's going to be telling us what kept her going.
Yeah.
Because she had to fail multiple times.
Yeah.
But she will talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like everything started smoothly. Yeah, I wanted to do the driving license. I said, okay, let me register myself in a school. I did this driving license for more than 2 years. I would say maybe 2 years and 3 months altogether. Because when I started, I did the theory part of it. I passed it on the first try because I know I cannot accept myself to be called stupid or something like that. Yeah. If I want something, I focus on it. I read, like, I do whatever it takes to pass this thing. Yeah. So the theory was not a problem at all. Okay. And then I was waiting for the practical part of it because in a school where you had to first do the theory, and then after you have passed the theory, then you do the practical part of it. So I waited for the practical. The first 6 months, they didn't give me a teacher. So like my time was going, yeah. So I was under pressure because after you do the theory, you have like 1 year to finish the practical. So I only had like 6 months left to finish the practical. So I was under pressure. I did not have a teacher to teach me. So I was like, okay, the only thing I should do, I asked for some advice from Jalia and Tasha, and they were like, okay, I think you should change your school. So I took this advice, I changed the school, okay? And then when I went to this other school, like getting driving lessons was simple because you could just make an appointment and then they give you, yeah? So I drove. Okay, the first time is always not easy, yeah? But practice makes perfect. Okay. Yeah. So I drove. My teacher was like, oh Sharifa, I think you're good. So that's after I had done all my the hours I'm supposed to do, like driving on the highway, driving on the in the 30 kilometer per hour zone, also Aufgabe parking and stuff. So my teacher was like, oh Sharifa, you're ready? I'm going to send you to do the exam.
The practical.
Yeah, so the day of the exam reached, in my heart I was like, I know I can drive, I can do this. So my teacher was also like hyping me up. Yeah, you can do that. And then reaching that day, I drive. I think those were like the first 15 minutes. And then the teacher told me, okay, yes, it is vorbei, like you have not passed.
The examiner?
The examiner. You've not passed. And the first trial, I know it was my mistake because I made that mistake. I had to turn left. I was on the right side, on the left side of the road. So I had to land in the left side of the road. I landed in the right side of the road, and that was dangerous. So I failed on the first time, and I was like, okay, I'm not that bad. The next time I will pass because I know I've learned this mistake. Next time I will pass. So I did give up on the first time. I was like, okay, I still have 2 months. In these 2 months, I can do it.
I must say, I also failed the first time of my driver's license, and the first time I felt bad because it's costing much money. Every time you fail, you have to then do a few hours again with practice, and then they register you again.
I did 10 hours. Yeah. And that's a lot of money.
It was a lot by me. My side, it was 45 euros per hour. And you, how much were you paying?
60, because I paid No, not 60. Because I paid 600 for 10 hours. So I don't know how much that is.
It was I believe it was more money you guys were paying, because you guys have done your Führerschein, like driver's license, recently.
That's right.
So I also failed the first time, and I failed really bad. And I cannot imagine you failing then the second time. How did you feel?
So the second time reached, I failed the second time, but the second time was kind of, I felt like they had dropped me the chance of getting the driving license, because the mistake I made wasn't that big. Because I was driving, and then it was a 30 zone, but it was a newly made 30 zone, because the whole time we are driving on this road it was 50. So it was a weekend, and I did this exam on Saturday. It was a weekend, and they had put the speed on 30 now. So I drove in my mind thinking, oh, here supposed to be 50. And then I drove 30 on that. I drove 50 on that road where I was actually supposed to drive 30. And then I realized later, oh God, I've been driving more, 20 kilometers per hour more. So I reduced, but it was too late. And the teacher told me, this is for bye, you have failed.
And that was even not the last one.
That was not the last one.
The third one.
That was not the last one. I had to pay more money, because now, my time, I had to pay more money. I had only 3 weeks, I think, for my time to pass by. So if I did make it the third time, then that means I had to repeat the whole thing again. I had to repeat the theory and then do the practical again. So I applied for the third time, and the third time reached, I drove. And the third time, the examiner told me, I drove up to the end. I drove all 45 minutes. And the examiner told me, oh, Sharifa, es hat leider nicht gereicht.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't enough. And I didn't understand what wasn't enough, please.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I've given my best. I've not driven that bad, but he still said it wasn't enough. I'm not giving you the driver's license.
Yeah.
But I was so disappointed.
Yeah. Can imagine.
I was really disappointed. I was on the ground. I felt so stupid. In my whole life, I had never felt stupid like how the driver's license made me feel stupid. Because I've never failed so many times in my life. Not even in school, not in exams.
You're even making me laugh, because now you're saying you were feeling so stupid.
Yeah. Seriously, I was thinking to myself, am I so stupid? Why can other people make it the first time, the second time?
I know.
And I'm failing the third time. Am I so stupid?
Now, my question is, what motivated you to keep pushing? Because the money that we pay for just a driver's license in Germany is crazy.
It's crazy.
So repeating because the third time you failed, and now you had to repeat the whole theory.
Yeah, I had to repeat the whole theory. I went back home. I had a very bad mood. I didn't want to talk to my boyfriend. He faced all of it, because he was the one getting all that mood stuff, yeah. But anyway, I sat myself down. I told myself, Sharifa, this is not the right time to give up. Think about all the money you have used. Are you willing to put that money away like that? Are you willing to put it in losses? No, and I didn't want to do that. So I said, okay, I have people who have done this thing. They have passed it. And they're just human beings like me. That means I can do it too. Yeah? All you people, you, Jalia, Dana, all you guys who had passed your driving license motivated me. Because I knew I had to push. I fell down and I said, I'm not remaining on the ground. I have to pick myself up, stop being a crybaby, go out there, do that theory again, and I will pass it again, and I will go and do the practical again. So this was like self-motivation, and failure is not in my vocabulary. So I wasn't going to allow myself to be called a failure. No, that would be the worst thing that could happen to me, like being called a failure, failing something, and I wasn't willing to accept that. Yeah. So I went to that youth.
Like a pro. He wasn't failed yet.
Yeah, I said I'm doing this thing again, and I will pass it. If I fail 10 times, I will go back the 11th time. I will go back the 12th time,
but
until I pass it.
Do you know what I respect about you is that you never gave up? Because sincerely speaking, I was calling Jalia, like my other sister, and I was telling them, has Sharifa finished the Führerschein, the driver's license? And they would say, no, she hasn't finished yet, I believe, because she hasn't said anything. And all of us didn't want to annoy you with asking all the time, did you pass? Did you pass? We were like, we shall just keep calm here in the back seat while she faces the wall, because she's the only one who can do it for herself, you know. So we were worried also about you, and I was hoping you just do not give up, and you did disappoint.
I couldn't give up. Seriously, why would I give up all that money I had already paid for? I said if I started it, I'm finishing it up to the end. And
you guys might be wondering, why is a driver's license that important? It is important, more so if you are a nurse, because like, you know, we have different working sectors, and we keep on changing jobs because the circumstances change. You might change a boss, and then the boss is in the nicest.
Or maybe I would love to do travel nursing.
Exactly. You want to do travel nursing, you want to try out this hospital, you want to try out there. So you need a car most of the times. And that's why a driver's license is one of the things that a nurse should maybe put in consideration. More so if you are interested in doing travel nursing. And Sharifa was interested in doing travel nursing this time, you know?
Yeah, I was interested in that. But at the end of the day, I did it for the money I had already invested in it. I did it for you guys who believed in me. I didn't want to disappoint you, to fail you. So I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing this for the money I've invested in. I'm doing this for the people who believe in me. And I'm doing it for me so that I can feel good about myself. So I did it the fourth time. So I changed school again, because this school that I changed to was near my workplace, like my new workplace where I'm working now. So it was easier, like, to coordinate with that time. And my teacher was so nice to me. So I drove there like only 3 times, and it was like, Sharifa, I don't understand why you're doing all this driving there. We should just go for the what?
Exam.
For the exam. You're good. You're driving good. So I went for the exam. I said, this time round, I'm going to give my best and I'm going to pass. But if I don't pass, I will go back again and give my best again and pass. So I went with this mentality, with this positive mentality. You're going to go and you're going to pass. You're going to do what it takes. So I entered that car. I did what I could. And in the next 25 minutes, I did not actually drive even 45 minutes. The one I was supposed to drive. I drove like 25 minutes. And the examiner was like, I think you're good enough. I've seen enough. You've passed. Here is your driving license. I was like,
applause.
I was so happy. But that's the lesson you learn about life. I feel like giving up shouldn't be an option.
More so if you know what you want, you know. And the reason why I asked Sharifa to also share this story with you guys is because I know there are people outside there who are doing their exams, driver's license or nursing exam. They're doing Ausbildung and it's a foreign language. They find it difficult. Or people who are doing Anerkennung, or they're doing B2 exam and they are finding it difficult. You guys are not alone, and you guys have to keep focused. You're not the only ones passing through it, you know.
I mean, there is no easy thing in life. There is no easy thing in life. the only person who will make it easy for you is you yourself, and you are the only person who is going to make it difficult for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's when you give up. That's when you sabotage everything. Yeah, so go out there, do what you're supposed to do, and failure shouldn't be a thing.
Graduate, get your certificate, your nursing certificate.
Yeah.
Or if you haven't made up your mind to go and register, to go and apply and study the nursing house building, and you're outside there feeling scared, maybe you're doing au pair or you're a housewife, just go and do that. Just go and register. Go and apply, get that contract, go and sit in that class of the nursing house building, do those 3 years. Do not settle for mini jobs where you don't have a certificate, because you will be underpaid.
Yeah.
Get that certificate and secure yourself a good future, because nursing has a future. Sincerely speaking, you cannot fail to find a job here in Germany as a nurse.
That's right.
And now the certificate that they give right now, you can use it throughout the whole Europe.
Yeah.
So you can never fail to find a job, So I hope this story has changed something in you guys.
I hope so, like really.
Positively. And if you have any questions about anything, comment them down below.
That's so stupid. In my life, until I failed
the driver's license
3 times.
Can
you imagine?
Yeah.
I felt so stupid. But my ego was so high, I said.
I know.